Hello students, hope you all are good, and today our topic is constructors in C++. We will see how it is declared and defined inside and outside the class, and let's get started with the topic today. Introduction of constructor. Constructor is a special member function of a class which is used to initialize the object, like the data members of the class, which are the variables. So to initialize it, we can use constructor. And because it is a special member function, that means it is a member function, but it is special. So what makes it special? Constructor has the same name as the class name. So if our class name is play, then constructor name will also be play. And because it is a member function, it will have parenthesis, pair of parentheses in it. And constructor do not have return type. Like in member function, we used to write void or int, void input, void display, like that. But for constructor, we can directly write the name without return type. Like if the class name is play, so constructor name will also be play, but we will simply write it play with parenthesis, no return type. And when constructor, when we create an object, constructor is automatically called. Like as we create the object with the class name and then the object, then in the same line constructor will automatically be called. And till now we haven't used any constructor in our program, but instead of not defining the constructor till now, but we were having a constructor because a compiler generates a default constructor with no parameter and has an empty body. And we will use this constructor generally in the public section. So the access specifier we will be using is public for the constructor. And like the member functions, they can also be overloaded and can have parameters. Like in member functions, we in last lectures we have seen we have passed parameters. Same we can do in constructor also. And overload can be also used in constructor. Like in functions we have seen, in member functions we have seen that two functions may have same name but with the different data, with different data type, or number of parameters may be different. So same way we can do in constructor also. We can pass the parameters, we can have the same name of, as we know that the name of constructor will be the same as the class name, so automatically we can have two or more constructor with the same name as the class name, but with the different data type, or the number of the parameters will be different. Okay, so now we are going to see how we will use constructor in the program. So let's see one program now. So this is the first output which I have received from you all, and this is good that you all are doing it now fast, and everybody do it quickly so that we can move to the topics fast. Okay, good. In this program we are going to see how constructor is declared and defined. Constructor has the same name as the class name, as we are going to see in this program how to initialize to member, data member, and display it. So we are going to take constructor to initialize the value and display function to display the values. Okay, so in this program our class name is play. So as the class name is play, so constructor name will also be play. So just go through the program where you can find the constructor. It will be in the form of function, but the name will be as the class name. So did you got? It's here, play. So this name of this function is same as the class name, and this all things you know. As in public, under public only we have kept the specifier is public. Here is two data member, game and name. So we are going to take one name of a game and a player who plays that game. okay, and we'll display that using display function. So we are going to initialize these members inside the constructor. So simply we have written play. So now we have listened that there is no return type in constructor, so there is no void or int anything before display, just simply the name of the class with the parenthesis sign. We have created one constructor. Now defining the body of constructor, we generally keep the contents which we want to initialize. Okay, so inside constructor we have used this function, we have already been using it. So name and Sania Mirza, so we have initialized this Sania Mirza in double quotation will move to the data member name. So next line, tennis will move or initialize to this member game. Now we have initialized our members inside the constructor. Now we have closed it as we used to do in the function, member function, and now this display function we have declared here, but we will declare this display function is declared here, but definition we will be keeping it outside the class. Let's see. Outside the class we know the format, first the return type, then the class name, scope resolution, and display. Now the body of this function, what content is there? Text color, we know that to use any color in the text we are using here yellow. And cprintf, now to print the colored text we will write the content inside this cprintf. First we will write, and then inside the parenthesis whatever the thing we want to print we will keep it in double quotation. So name colon, so what output we will get? In yellow color we will get name with colon, and in next line it is written cout name. So this is a variable, so in name variable what is there? Sania Mirza. So after name colon Sania Mirza will be printed, and it will be moved to the next line because endl is used. And now next is cprintf game. So cprintf, again the text written under this parenthesis will be printed in yellow. So in double quotation game colon. So since game is kept here colon, so it will be printed in yellow color, and after that cout game is written. That means whatever the value is in game. So what is the value in game? Tennis. We have initialized already. So tennis will be printed, and endl. Move it to the next line. So display function also defined. Now let's see the execution of the program, how the things will be printed and called. So in main function as execution starts, so when the program will be run, then first of all in main function clear screen, and then play and pl. That means play is our class name and pl. Whatever we will write next to the class name, that will become our object. So pl is our object. So using object, now we will call our functions or special member functions. Now display is used to display the output, but the things are initialized first using constructor. So what will be the sequence? First we will initialize and then we will display. So now only we have listened that whenever we create one object of the class, the constructor of that class will be automatically be called. Okay, so as we have created the object, now this line will execute also the constructor. So constructor is here, this play is our constructor. So this section will be executed. So the process now we have seen name will receive and game will receive its value, and back to next line. Now the control will go to next line display. So pl dot display, now we will call the display function. So we will go to display function and this whole thing will be executed, and then back to get ch and end of the program. Let's see how we will get output for this program. So see, first name and colon in yellow color, and then we have written C out name. So in place of name the value was Sania Mirza, and in game colon and then tennis, that was initialized in game data member. So this is our output. So we can see how constructor is used to initialize the data members, or we can also say it as initialize our object, because in object only the data members are getting the memory space as we create the object. Alright, so now let us see, this time we have declared our constructor, declared and defined our constructor inside the class. You can see class is starting here and ending here with the colon sign. We know that we are closing it, and semicolon, and inside this we have our constructor declaration as well as definition. We have also defined its body here, but now we will do one change. We will now define the constructor also outside the class, as we have done with display. So we can also define it outside the class. So what we need to do, same as we used to do with the member function, semicolon, and we will close the class here itself, and we are just removing this sign here. Now our class is closed here, and definition we are doing outside. So same format as we used to do with the member function we will do for constructor also, but we will not use return type. Here also we are not using return type, and outside declaration also we will not use return type. So simply first we will write the class name and scope resolution operator, and then our constructor name. See, for function what we used to do, return type, class name, scope resolution, then the function name. For constructor same format without return type. So first the class name, play, and double and scope resolution operator, and after that our constructor. Constructor is a special member function, so constructor with the parenthesis. This is special member function constructor. So this is the definition of the body. So just we have done the same thing inside definition, and now it is outside, but the output will be same. Let's see. Got it? So it's the same output we have, just the format we can use definition inside as well as outside for constructor also. So for today this is the program. We have seen definition and declaration of constructor inside and outside the class. For today you have to do one program in which you will be taking two data members, same as we have taken here game and name. You will take two data members, that is one name and other name will be, other data member will be teacher. Okay, so sorry, subject. So first one will be teacher name and other one will be subject. So like as we did now, we have taken one name, that is Sania Mirza, and what games he plays we have taken in game. Same way, first take the teacher name and second subject, what subjects he teaches. Okay, so use the same format using constructor, do the program. So okay, all the best and come up with the nice output. God bless you. Bye.